Here's a big bomb down the sidelines, and what a reception by Jalen Nailor, wide receiver out of Michigan State University. Welcome back to another edition of Vikings Film Room. With the 191st pick overall in the 6th round, the Minnesota Vikings select wide receiver Jalen Nailor from Michigan State University. Now, Nailor maybe didn't impress everybody with his 40 time running a 4.50, but there is a lot to be impressed about with this young man, mainly his ability to get open. Let's take a look at the film and see where this young man is going to fit in this new Viking offense. The thing about Jalen Nailor is his ability to start and stop and his ability to get open. And he uses his route running abilities, not his pure speed, to do that. And this first play gives you a really good taste of the nuance of what it's like to get open as a wide receiver. You'll see him on the outside and he gets up. That little bitty stutter step that just causes that corner to settle. Now, he blows by him and look at him go all the way for the touchdown. Cornerbacks in the NFL are going to be faster, but his ability to start and stop is going to get him open. Another very impressive aspect of Jalen Nailor's game is not only his ability to get open, but run after the catch. Now, in this case, you're going to see him down at the bottom of your screen. It's man-to-man, could be man-to-man, but it's press coverage. You'll see him, what he does, uses his hands to get by and create space like any good receiver, because he's going to see a lot of this in the NFL. Gets that left hand on the left hand of that corner. Now look at all this room between the numbers and the sideline. Makes a nice effort that just drifts himself to get to the ball. But look at this run after catch. 75, he's still going 93 yards on one play. This kid is definitely dynamic after the ball's in his hands. Now here's another route that I like. I think that shows you what he can do. You have two receivers up top and they're running the scissors route. They call it it's a down the field cross route. And normally it's to get this slot open depending on what that corner wants to do. But in this case, they're getting more of a quarters type coverage. Watch this safety right here. As soon as he squats, this quarterback decides, hey, I'm gonna take this down deep. Gets by 5-yard cushion by the time he gets to the end zone. This kid can turn it on and he can beat one-on-one coverage. Now, one of the things I do love about like the Michigan State style of offense, you want to get your athletes in space, and you see this red zone play, one-on-one on the outside, but you can see all of this room to the outside. Get your athletes one-on-one and let them win. And this is just, again, another perfect example. Getting up the field, and then there is that stutter and stop. Just that little wiggle. That's what gets you open at this next level. Look at all this green out here, right? Look at all this green. Quarterback's ready to throw. He's just going to put this ball somewhere here in the corner where only the wide receiver can catch it. And ball skills. Turns around, back shoulder, picks it off the top of the corner's head. That is a beautiful red zone reception and route. Okay, we've seen a couple examples of Nailor being able to get off and create space with the corner whenever he's pressed and rolled up. This is a little bit of a different, this is a double move situation, and it's set up beautifully by this Michigan State quarterback, because he's gonna look up top and he's gonna pull this safety out of the middle of the field, and you're gonna get one-on-one coverage down here. But it's the move that Nailor puts on this corner that's fabulous. He gets up the field, watch this stutter and go. He gives that corner just enough of a look to get him to look back. Look at that separation. That's not because of unbelievable speed, that's because of unbelievable moves that gets him open, and I think that is going to translate to the NFL. All right, so you don't believe me on the double move? Well, how about this play? This will get a little bit more tricky. We're going to be having the flea flicker up here, again against Rutgers. Now, against this Rutgers team this year, second most yards by a wide receiver in Michigan State history, right here. This, again, handoff. Watch this double move. He's buying the corner to get him to bite, but see how he drags him into the hash mark and then opens it up and gives himself all that space between the numbers and the sideline? That's just good route running. It's a great double move, a great way of finding the open space, adjusting to the ball, and scoring touchdowns. Now, where will Jalen Nailor fit in this offense? This formation look familiar? This is the Rams right here. Condensed type of a formation, bringing in all these receivers. This will be the old submarine boot, meaning he's going to come back behind the line of scrimmage, making the DB covering him if anybody's there to chase him all the way across the field. Look at all this open space. Quarterback gets him the ball on the 12. Safety thinks he has the angle, but doesn't get there. We're gonna see this route this year with this kid, I guarantee it. Now, I know what you're thinking, Coach, I love the submarine boot. But how about the submarine boot, not necessarily in the red zone and against, let's say, some zone coverage? Again, very similar to, I think, what we're gonna see this year with this Rams offense. Wide receiver coming through here, you kind of have the fake jet, you have the fake rollout, quarterback gets flushed, gets the ball down the field. Now, the key here is there are 3 defenders right here triangulating him, but he found the spot, that sweet spot. The quarterback, yeah, he threw the ball across his body, kind of a no-no, but that's okay in this case. He is in that soft spot of the zone, gets the catch, but it's what he does after the catch. He's pretty much surrounded right here, but that doesn't mean they're gonna slow him or bring him down. He catches that ball at the 40-yard line, makes a guy miss, gets downfield, oh, makes another guy miss on the cutback. Dangerous after he catches the football, brought down at about the 21. All right, another niche that I think Jalen Nailor is gonna fill in this Minnesota Vikings passing game is the ability to take a short pass and then make something happen. The bubble screens, the whip screens, getting your athletes in space. This is a perfect example of what he can do. Now, you watch this play, you see number 97 going in motion. Why would a guy with a 90s number be going in motion? Why would he be on the field on offense? Well, we're gonna see. In that case, little drop back, ball's thrown behind the line of scrimmage, but it's what he's doing here. You have a block on the linebacker, you have the big body coming to kick out the DB, and then you have your alley, and it's gonna be one-on-one against the deep middle safety, but just the Jets right here, boom, sets up that block, gets inside far enough away from the linebacker. That is a short throw, long handoff, almost turns into a touchdown. All right, so you may have done it once and it's a fluke. No, this kid does this a lot. Again, another example. You'll see him motioning to the inside just to set up this defense to bring the defenders in. Watch him set this block up. He can go inside or he can go outside. He ducks inside just for a second to allow his tight end to make that block, and then he gets and moves the chains. This is what the NFL is all about, man, moving the chains, but he sets up those blocks beautifully. All right, we've seen some of the double moves, the submarine boots, double post, some of those routes that go deep. Well, what about a normal hitch route? This is where I think he might even be able to get on the field on base downs. In this case, you see the corner. Now, the corner's playing way off. You're playing way off so you don't get beat deep. He's 11 yards off the football, shouldn't have to turn his hips to break, gets 7 yards because the corner stumbled in transition. This is just a simple hitch route that he converts for a first down, due to a great route. Now, for him to get on the field on base downs, you got to run some simple routes. But watch the way he runs just a simple slant route. And this is very, very important. Got the corner down here rolled up. He wants to pull this corner out. He wants to make this corner have to respect the wide. And you pull him out a little bit wider to open up this area on the inside. Again, what I love is route running ability. He gets this corner out to almost the numbers, able to cross him over, boom, easy throw and catch for another first down. He does all the little things the right way, which is why I think Nailor is going to be a threat this season. So overall, Nailor may not have put up the most unbelievable 40 time coming out of the combine, but he knows how to get open. He does the little things right. He can set up blocks, he can run routes, he can start, he can stop, he can go. He creates space, which is what's most important when you're a college wide receiver trying to transition into the NFL. I'm excited about this guy. I think that Kevin O'Connell has a number of things that he's going to want to do with a guy with this skill set. Expect to see a lot out of Jalen Nailor this season.